how have your results been so far? Do you have numbers, or you haven't kind of quantified? I know you haven't really lost. So how's
Yeah,
that
I
been?
haven't had any losses. The trades have more than paid for what I paid for the program. I mean, if you wanted numbers, let me just pull it up.
Sure.
I mean, given my capital is not as large as some of the other traders.
Not yet, right? Not yet,
Not
at least.
yet, not yet. But let's see here. Since the beginning of the program, let's see here. About $3,700 in profit, 3,700. And I did miss some days because of work or something came up or I missed it. But so
That's
far, yeah,
fantastic.
that's what I've made so far.
I mean, that's the dream, you put down some money for a program and then you're able to make it back and go forward. I mean, that's
Mhm.
fantastic. Okay, so today we're joined by Yoon Kwak. Yoon's in our Market Power program, and thanks for being here. And
Thank you.
I just wanted to first kind of start off with just kind of giving the viewer a little bit of background about how you found Option Genius.
Oh, so how I found OptionGenius was through Alan's podcast. So one day I've been buying stocks or equities for a while, but I wanted something that I can also profit on the short term. So that's how I found the OptionGenius podcast on Spotify.
Okay, how did you? A lot of people kind of talk about, so the podcast is how you mostly found it.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
from the podcast, one thing led me to another. That's where I learned about option strategies. Because before that, I only known about the simple straight puts and calls.
Okay.
But through the podcast and Alan Sama, I realized there are other strategies I can utilize that are less risky, I guess. And as Alan describes it, passive.
Great. Okay. So you are a member of our beta group for Market Power. So when you were thinking about joining the program, is anything specific where you like, what about this program that made you to say, hey, I want to be involved in that program specifically?
I wouldn't say it was specifically the program. I would say because I've dealt with or worked with Alan before on other programs, I knew that, this program is something I didn't want to miss.
Okay.
Especially when Alan did announce that it would be exclusive and possibly a one-time thing open to a small group. I jumped on it right away because I believed in what Alan described, what the program was all about. Yeah.
Cool. So I actually have a question for you. So did you have any kind of expectations for the program? And if so, have they been met or have they exceeded your expectations so far?
Honestly, I thought it would be similar to the past programs I've been part of, but this program has turned out to be much easier, in my opinion, I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
And actually did overachieve what I expected, I guess. I guess I couldn't expect a certain expectation or a gauge of exactly what I can get in return. But I think it already paid for what I,
Yeah, it's almost been like too good to be true in some respects.
I only wish I had more money to yeah.
I mean, I think a lot of people, who will view this and who are thinking about getting in the program are like, we're to a point now where we've traded several months.
Right. Yeah.
And we haven't lost. And people are like, that's too good to be true. I mean, how's that possible, right? We've been tested a few times and, we have a plan in place to deal with that if it does go south. So, it's been quite a run. And, there's no telling how long the run will go, so we'll keep at it. So that's cool.
I hope forever though.
Yeah, nothing lasts forever for sure. But it's been a tremendous program. So it's really, I'm glad you're having success with it. So another question I have is, how has the support been? Not from, from OptionGenius, and as well as, do you feel supported by, your colleagues, if you will, the people that are trading side by side? Do you feel like you have the support of the community behind you?
I think all the support is there. Only thing I would say is I personally am not available or have too much time to receive all the support. But it did help that you guys posted the videos. So when I did miss the live class, which I think I haven't even attended one live class, but all the videos were enough for me to follow along. And as I said before, in my opinion, I think this course is the easiest. So
yeah, that's great. I mean, you said that you haven't been able to watch the videos and you still haven't lost.
Well, I just watched the videos, the recorded videos, and just the community on Facebook group also helps. to follow along.
Yeah, I always thought it was
In your
interesting.
comments.
I always thought it was interesting, like, you've been in several groups with OptionGenius. I mean, but like I think about how each group has its kind of own identity, if you will. They're kind of like the market power is like very like energized, and you get in the other groups and they're a little bit more like conservative, and it's just kind of
Yeah,
interesting to see the personality of each group. So
right.
this
Yeah.
group right here seems to be very high energy and just ready to
Maybe
get
because
after
there's
it.
more action
Oh
on
yeah.
a weekly basis, which I also like and I was seeking too. So yeah, I
Cool.
like it though.
Okay, great. How has your trading been since you joined? Do you feel like you kind of alluded to it earlier that you have like another, weapon in arsenal in a way, like you've learned how to trade this way, and this is like maybe a program that's added to your trading ability. Is that
Yeah.
true to say?
Yeah, I think so. I think it fits in well with the other programs because the other programs are more monthly
Hmm.
trades, whereas this one it can be one DTE
Yeah.
trades. So I think it fits right in because let's say I'm not in oil, I can use the margin to put it into the market power. Same thing with credit spreads. If it's the end of the month when I'm exiting those spreads and a market power day comes up, then I can use that money, that margin, to put it towards the market power. So I think it works out very well, actually.
It's great. So you kind of like a newfound allocation. So you can take your money and go trade
Yeah,
here, and then if nothing's happened,
yeah.
you go trade over here. So that's
Yeah,
wonderful.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
And before I would try to milk more money out of the spreads just because I had nowhere to put the money at. But now it's like, okay, let's just exit that. So just in case a market power day comes up. So that's how I've been kind of rotating my margin. I think it's working out well. Yeah.
Right. Do you find yourself like sometimes you find yourself like, we go a few days without a
Mhm.
signal by the indicator? Are you like, man, kind of chomping at the bit? Are you like, oh man, I can't wait to trade? Are you one of those?
If I didn't work full time, I'd probably be.
Yeah.
But I already have so much on my plate that, well, with the full time job I'm doing and juggling the market power and trading and all that, luckily I've been able to do it, and I'm fortunate to have time to do it. But yeah, I still don't. If I were to trade full time, yeah, I'd probably be getting antsy about getting back
Anymore.
in.
Okay. That's great to know that like you have a full-time job and it demands a lot from you and you're still able to trade. I mean,
Mhm.
that's pretty special,
Mhm. I mean,
because
there was definitely a learning curve. Also, I realized if I stick to the rules, then most likely I'll be fine. Yeah.
yeah, the rules are always a thing, but I think it's a human struggle, right? To stick to
Yes.
the rules. It's always the rules,
Yeah.
and us humans as we are, built where
Yes.
we like to go off and do different things, for
Yeah.
whatever reason. But that's great to
Yeah, I'm
hear.
my worst enemy when it comes to trading.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. How have your results been so far? Do you have numbers, or you haven't kind of quantified? I know you haven't really lost. So how's
Yeah,
that
I
been?
haven't had any losses. The trades have more than paid for what I paid for the program. I mean, if you wanted numbers, let me just pull it up.
Sure.
I mean, given my capital is not as large as some of the other traders.
Not yet, right? Not yet,
Not
at least.
yet, not yet. But let's see here. Since the beginning of the program, let's see here. About $3,700 in profit, 3,700. And I did miss some power days because of work or something came up or I missed it. But so
That's
far, yeah,
fantastic.
that's what I've made so far.
I mean, that's the dream, you put down some money for a program and then you're able to make it back and go forward. I mean, that's
Mhm,
fantastic to hear.
mhm.
Another great feature, and see if you agree with this, is that, some days you don't have to trade, like let's say you're busy at work, and you want
Right.
it's okay, like there'll be another signal coming along. So you never feel like you're totally missing out. So I don't know if
Mhm.
that's true for you.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I do feel like I did miss out a bit, but
A
I
little
know,
bit of FOMO,
yeah,
yeah.
but I do know there's gonna be another day, so that's the good part.
Good. All right. So kind of a fun question. Do you have any plans for your winnings going forward, or do you just gonna keep rolling it in and just growing your account?
I mean, I'm gonna keep rolling it in. I do have vacation planned in October, so I'm gonna
You
try to
going
keep
anywhere
rolling.
fun? I know you said you're on the West Coast. You going anywhere like
I'm going to
Hawaii side or?
Amsterdam.
Oh, okay, cool. I've never been there before.
Yeah.
That's great.
Oh yeah, you have?
No, no, I haven't. I'd
Oh,
love
you
to.
haven't?
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll have
Okay.
to let me know.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm trying to, I guess, infuse more money into it and increase my profits. And hopefully by the time vacation comes around, I'll have a lot more money to spend.
Yeah, then maybe, hey,
Felt
maybe
more
even if you're,
comfortable.
it's completely up to you. You're over in Amsterdam and you could do a trade. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
possible
anything's
too.
possible. Yeah.
Yeah, because I do everything on my mobile phone actually. Most of my trades are on my mobile phone. So
Okay, interesting. Yeah.
It helps a lot to trade while I'm at work or wherever.
So do you say you're more comfortable on the phone, but that's just the way that you've learned?
Yeah, I guess I prefer to trade on a desktop, but
Mhm.
just given the situation, I probably am more comfortable on my on my mobile app now
Right. You're just used to it.
because I'm so used to it. Yeah,
Yeah.
because these days I use Thinkorswim app,
Mhm.
and it has most of the functions that I need to make the trades. So
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
it's
Fantastic.
fine.
All right. So, kind of a last question is, let's say there's someone that is thinking about getting into market power and they're sitting there on the fence and they're like, I don't know. What would you say to that person, being that you're the veteran
Uh,
person now in the market power program?
I would say if this person, if you are serious, then you should absolutely do it. I don't think it could get any easier than just following the rules. And if you don't join, then you're missing out. You're definitely missing out. Yeah, I mean, if this
Hey,
isn't it, then this is then you gotta find something else. Then I guess.
yeah. Well,
But I would highly recommend the program.
excellent. Well, I appreciate you spending some time with us today and, telling us your experience. And, I wish you continued success. And hopefully we'll be hearing, you're in Amsterdam, rolling in the dough.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sounds good.
All right.
Thanks for all
Well,
your help, Matt.
absolutely. You have a great rest of the day.
You
Thanks.
too.
All right. Bye.